You know what time it is. And you know what team I am. Hello, everyone. Godzilla, if you're willing to believe that, or better yet, Dark Spider David here, guys. And I'm going to be reacting to the Godzilla vs. Kong trailer that just debuted this past Sunday. I was a little bit late to the game, but I decided to hold off until I can properly sit down, watch it in front of the camera and talk about it. I was originally going to stream my reaction in real time so that way I can kind of discuss and theorize about the things that are going down in the trailer and watch it alongside my regular community that joins me from time to time on the streams. But unfortunately, I came across some really harsh technical difficulties that just completely befuddled me and therefore led to some awful frame rate dips and things that I just couldn't control. So my apologies if you guys caught whiff of some of those streams where I just couldn't deal with the things. So I figured, you know what? At least let me try to record a video and post it as its own separate thing on the YouTube channel, and therefore that will at least be some kind of outlet for my theories and speculations and my overall take of what's going to be waiting for us in Warner Brothers' next evolution in this new monsterverse that they're trying to create, not only stemming from the Godzilla 2014 movie, but also Kong Skull Island in 2017, and then last year's Godzilla King of the Monsters. This is meant to kind of precede that whole general amalgamation that they're trying to create by finally pitting the King of the Monsters versus the King of the Jungle, or whatever he's properly called. And I have my own kind of takeaways that I'm having so far, but let's watch the trailer first, and then I'm gonna divulge into exactly how it is that I'm feeling about this whole thing, because it was one thing that I was already speculative of, or skeptical of rather, about the fact that we're only getting a trailer just 2 months away from release. And I understand that this is a release not just for theaters, but also for Warner Brothers' digital format, HBO Max, and therefore maybe they see it as this is their way of saying, hey, we don't have to develop that much hype because it's going to be released digitally. We only need the 2 months. But often with me analyzing the industry the way that it is, 2 months ahead, and we're only barely getting a trailer, sometimes that kind of worries me. But let's go ahead and check out the trailer, and maybe that'll end up changing my opinions. Alright, the usual destruction you would find in some of these movies.
We have to take it.
We'll find a boat that big. Okay, what's up with that digital thing going on with the logo?
We need Kong. The world needs him.
Oh, this guy.
What's coming.
Scarred.
And this child. She's the only one he'll communicate with.
I knew that they had a bond.
Why is there always a kid? I feel like there's always a kid in these things.
I made a promise to protect her. And I think that in some way, Kong did the same.
Someone's coming. He didn't even do anything, he just went through it. Damn, even you look worried.
It's Godzilla.
Godzilla. Damn, they actually showed him take that hit. What's with the music though?
These are dangerous times.
Godzilla's out there and he's hurting.
Oh, he's back.
Gosh,
Sean's back.
There's something
I forgot he was coming back.
that we're not seeing here.
I knew she was back though.
The myths are real. There was a war. And they're the last ones standing.
I keep reaching for greatness because I'm built from it.
Who bows to who?
Nobody gonna stop me. Here we go.
Kong bows to no one.
Here we go.
Okay. Okay, now what's this movie's running time? Overall, this was a pretty good trailer, and of course, there's some things that people are already kind of theorizing about, and I like that the overall pitch of the trailer is that, yes, these two are fighting. One thing that I think is coming across effectively through the marketing, not just with this trailer, but even with some of the photos and some of the plot details that we're kind of getting up until this point, is that it almost seems like Godzilla is being made to be the bad guy, because it's looking like Kong is pretty docile here. I mean, after all, we do have that girl pretty much telling him, what's up and what to do, as we can kind of see from these snippets right here of Skarsgård kind of describing this little girl's the only one that can communicate with them, telling like, hey, we got to do this and this and that. This girl right here. And she's pretty much the conduit between the humans and Kong is like willing to listen to an extent. Like, the fact that he put on those shackles, he's not cool with it, but
And I think that
he knows he has to do it. So something is telling him, hey, I need to roll with this to an extent. And Godzilla's the one that's like, yeah, try me. Try me. And this is exactly what happens. And that kind of leads us into this first half of the trailer where Godzilla's just coming about. And even Kong's looking kind of worried. He's like, man, I haven't seen this fool in years. What's going on? And then that's where we get with this. Try me. I'm surprised. It's funny because usually when these trailers, the way they go, they always cut off when they're about to hit, but they actually show Godzilla taking that full-on punch, and I love it. And they're fighting on top of a cruiser, so that's ridiculous. That's pretty ridiculous. Didn't know that he could shoot the atomic beam through water, though. That's pretty interesting. Now, when we start to get into the more theoretical aspects about this, not just the trailer, but the movie itself, is when they start to divulge into some of the mythological stuff about these monsters here in the back half of the trailer. Where it's like, hey, Godzilla, I thought you were on my side, our side, and Godzilla's now like, nah, you pitted Kong against me. You guys got me for all kinds of fucked up. And you see right here, Godzilla attack claims lives. Godzilla attack number 1. Next Godzilla attack, next Apex fatality. So apparently there might be some Apex monsters out there. I can't tell if that's referring to something happening here in this movie or if it's stuff from the King of the Monsters movie with Ghidorah and Rodan and all of them. I'm just going to be honest. I'm not looking at all forward. Hopefully I can get my mind changed, but not exactly looking forward to the aspect of the movie circling around Millie Bobby Brown's character coming back from King of the Monsters, and then a brand new character. I can't remember his last name. I know his first name's Julian, but this is Fire Fist from Deadpool 2 and Hunt for the Wild People. And he's got a role here in this movie along with Brian. I think his name is Brian Tyler Henry. Right there, Miles Morales' dad from Spider-Verse. And they got something going on right here where they're trying to reveal something that's probably tied to Monarch somehow. But I think more importantly is exactly what's provoking, as they mentioning, what's provoking them to fight. Now, this right here, ginormous, what the fuck? Like, where are these monsters? What are these monsters exactly? My take, this is a flashback. This is not happening in current times. This is a flashback, as well as, him. I think as soon as he touches, we're going to cut to a flashback, and that's going to show him there with the axe, him killing these monsters.
And they're the last one standing.
And now we're going to cut back to these two, now being in the city.
Who bows to who?
Some more killer attacks.
Bows to no one.
Now, a lot of people, and myself included, I agree, are saying that this axe that Kong is wielding is going to be the ultimate weapon against Godzilla. But what, keenly-eyed people have noticed that I probably wouldn't have noticed if I hadn't looked twice, is that it does look like the axe is made out of one of Godzilla's dorsal fins. Like that little spike right there looks an awful lot like whatever he's got going on his back over here. And that's probably why he's able to retain the beam. That's why it's able to hit it, and he's able to pretty much harness that power. Yeah, bam. Now, what's going to be the result of that attack? We shall see. So, yeah, pretty dope trailer. I'm just, like I said, I still have my apprehensions about this movie the same way that I did with King of the Monsters, and the same way with I did with the original Godzilla, even or even Kong Skull Island. Even though Kong Skull Island and Godzilla King of the Monsters were able to somewhat reprimand this, I still can't help but feel so jaded after Godzilla 2014, where we were all so stoked for Godzilla, only to realize that in a 2 hour and 5-minute movie, he was in it for like 15 minutes. And, you know, like, the humans, man. The humans, you know, you can't have this all be, you know, all one giant CG battle, as much as we would love it for it to be. The budget is just not in, you know, the stars just aren't aligned for something like that, especially, you know, being backed by Warner Bros. And Legendary, regardless of how rich they potentially are. But make no mistake, this is a very worthwhile and selling shot right here. And what I can definitely appreciate is that even though we do have a fight that's going to culminate here in the city using that axe, I can at least see what's going on. It's not murky, it's not, and I don't think it's even raining. It's nighttime, but it's not raining. So as long as it's legible, as long as we can make it out, hey, I'm all for it. And I'm going to try to see what kind of black magic I can work up here in an effort to hopefully safely, promptly, but awesomely be able to watch this in IMAX, because you got me all kinds of fucked up if you think that I'm going to watch a movie called Godzilla vs. Kong on my 43-inch TV. What do you guys think? What are your guys' theories? Who do you think is going to fall, as the trailer and the posters have entailed? Is it going to be Godzilla? Is it going to be King Kong? Or do you think that a third party is involved? Which I'm actually pretty surprised they showed this at the very beginning of the trailer. But what is that? What's that? A new challenger approaches. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like and share. And I'll see you guys on the next video.